Release your son, release him now. Let's stop that, no biting. This is really something. It looks like that's Miss Enemy leading the charge. Hey, Nayuta! You again? What's going on here? Prepare the insurgents to fan the flames of rebellion. I never thought it would go so large. However, they will be under arrest shortly. The enforcement is almost here. They'll be arrested? Just for protesting? They are aiding and abetting a criminal by seeking his release. Their Eminence Queen Garan has ordered they be arrested and judged en masse. But when you want some member of the Defying Dragon soon, how can you go along with this? I am simply following the orders that Her Eminence has handed down. No, it can't be as simple as that. Listen, Nayuta, there's something I wanted to talk to you about. Hey, you're not getting away this time. We need to talk. I see there's no reasoning with you. Very well then, speak. Nayuta, do you really have to serve as prosecutor on Dirk's case? I mean, prosecuting you on flesh and blood, it's just not right. Again, Minister, your ethical standards are not the be-all and all in the world around you. I'll get into another debate with him. Nayuta, did you know that Dirk is sick? What? He apparently doesn't have that much longer to live. If I'm guilty, he probably wouldn't even make it until his execution day. What are you talking about? Knowing this, are you still prepared to send an already dying man to his grave? Well? Aye. Enough with the Zen Monk Act, Nayuta. Tell me how you really feel. Mr. Justice, each person has one role to fulfill, and I must fulfill mine. But I'm not convinced of taking Dirk to trial as a part of your lot in life. As for why you've been at Garan's every beck and call, I think I might have the answer. Nayuta, you know the truth about your mother, don't you? About how the former queen is still alive and being held somewhere? So Dirk told you, did he? Yes, it's true. My mother was spirited away to some remote corner in this kingdom to keep her safe from harm. Safe from harm? But Dirk said the Garan regime is holding her captive. No, they're keeping her safe. So you don't know where Amara is being held? I only know that it is some secluded hideaway where visitors are not allowed. I've heard she leads a simple life, akin to that of monastic disciples. Sure sounds like she's being held captive to me. Listen, Nayuta, aren't you really doing the Queen's bidding? Because she's holding Amara captive? And this whole thing with Dirk, you know he didn't really kill Inga, don't you? Dirk doesn't have much longer to live, so I want to help him however I can. This time it's our turn. Ah yes, back when you have both eyes. So I'm trying to help Dirk however we can. What you speak of is futile. Eh? Let it go, move on. The guilty verdict, the hopelessness. You must resign yourself to it all. Clinging to false hope now will only serve to magnify your future despair. Let it go and move on. Nayuta, are you really going to just roll over on this? I have no more time for idle chatter. Let's prepare for tomorrow's trial. Now if you'll excuse me. Yeah, don't take some of her veil to notice that. Yeah, I picked up on that too. Looks like Dirk really won't be the only one who will need my help tomorrow. I think it's about time to pay Queen Garana another visit and ask her about her sister Amara. The Royal Guard isn't around. Is that Princess Rafer and Queen Garana over there? You deceive me too, Mother. How can I ever believe a word you say again? Incomplete, really. Your benevolence. Your benevolence. I, couldn't help but overhear. You impudent. Ow! That's enough times you've done that today. Are you okay, Mr. Wright? I can't believe she actually punched you. Yeah, I'm used to it, I know. I end up getting that a lot when I was from Pearl. And then the 5 times today. What's the matter with the princess? Sounds like she was arguing with her mother. Maybe it has something to do with this picture. Rafer said she had to ask her mother about some secret or another as soon as she saw it. So then, does that mean this? No, Princess Rafer knows what really happened? That Mara wasn't assassinated and still very much alive? It seems so, and she doesn't seem to be taking considering how much Rafer reveres her mother. What a surprise. Oh, nice to meet you, Your Eminence. I'm actually here to speak with you, if you could spare a moment. Your Eminence, Dirk told me about Amara, about how she's still alive, nice. We know not of what you speak. After Dirk learned Amara is still alive, he rescued her and they ran off together. But she was captured and remains captive in a secret location to this day. As for now you're doing your bidding, it's only because Amara's life is in your hands. What an active imagination you have.
A lawyer and a comedian. How droll.
Whoa, where'd they come from? Anyway, if she's gonna play dumb, I'll just have to jog her memory with some evidence.
God damn it.
Your Eminence, I ask that you take a look at this photo. Why, nuts. It's a photo of Amara, and here you can see a law book bearing the mark of the Defiant Dragons. I believe you know what that means. Very well. Royal Guard, stand down.
Yes, Your Eminence. Your issued our command.
Amara's alive. So then, you admit that Amara's still alive? Yes, she is under our protection in a safe location. I think you mean being held prisoner. Where is she being kept? Yes, you have a point there. I have no intention of doing that. Besides, there are real terrorists out there who might try to kill her. I knew it. Well, I should thank you for that free running tour of crime. Nice try, lady. But now you're definitely not getting the orb, ever. Why do you want the orb so badly anyway? Because it will be most dangerous in the wrong hands. It must be recovered. Is the legend true? Can the orb really impart spiritual power? You're worried that someone could overthrow you with it? The Holy Mother's power is without equal. Should Her Holiness once again return to our world, she could conceivably bestow great power upon the one who unlocked the orb's secret. Guess it makes sense, considering spirit channeling is a fact of life here. So we ask you once more, did you receive the Founder's Orb? Does it look like I did? So you like to play games, do you?
Yes, Your Eminence!
What? Yikes! Hey, cut it out! Ah! What the?
Stop resisting! Just submit to a strip search already.
No, wait! Hey, cut it out! Rest in pieces, my poor tattered dignity.
There's no search of the Founder's Orb, Your Eminence.
Doug was right. She really is bent on getting the orb. Looks like the princess is back. Huh? So she does know about that. Rafer, you do not yet possess a clear grasp of how a government and its people interact. Yeah. Pulling that card, are you? The truth, you say? Your mind has been poisoned by the barbed one. It was an honor and a pleasure, Your Eminence. You must speak for our child. It's not his duty to Huh? Discipline? Coming from her? I don't like the sound of that at all. Well, Apollo, let's head back to the safe house now. Good idea, we need to go over what we found and collect our thoughts. Move. May 18th. Former Sadmadi law officers. Ah, you're back. I watched the plumed Punisher, warrior of New Twilight Realm, while you were gone. My verdict is, it's an outrage, especially its themes. Even worse, the people here believe it's an original Chinese show. Can you believe it? We've spoken about it, have you? I'm not sure what he's babbling about, but at least it seems he wasn't bored. Moving along to things that actually matter. We've gathered about all the information and evidence we can concerning this case. I think it's time we go over everything we've learned so far. The orb trial, Maya's abduction, the murder of the mastermind behind it all, Justice Minister Inga. It's all to consider. Think you have all the facts straight in your head? Yep, I got it covered, Mr. Wright. The truth about what really went down, that's going to be the problem. I agree. There's a deep darkness enveloping this case. I'm almost afraid of what we will find once we lift that black veil. Suffice to say, the real killer is certainly waiting underneath. The real killer, huh? Well, that's $1 million question. Who killed Inga, and why? Think, Apollo. Who would you say had a motive to commit this crime? Go on. Because she had the guards watching it. Well, I've collected plenty of evidence and statements. Let's hope the rest comes out in court. It'll be a thinner tighter than usual, that's for sure. This case is one big fly in the ointment. In order to prove they're completely innocent, we'll also have to exonerate him of the crime committed 23 years ago. Am I supposed to assassination? you couldn't discover the truth, even after over 22 decades of investigating, my biggest hurdle is going to be the complete lack of evidence. If I may... No. No, it's one thing I've never done before. Try unprecedented, even the decorated animals of the rank to anything agency. Still, can't help but wonder, was there really no evidence left behind? Oh, and we can't forget about the Defense Culpability Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. In short, if Dirk is found guilty and is sentenced to death, we'll likely join him in a very public execution. Yeah. Don't worry. Can't ask someone as young as you to risk your life, Athena. So tomorrow it'll just be me and Apollo on the court and floor. But you can... Sorry, but this is a direct order from your boss. Plus, there's Prosecutor Blackwell to think of. He said he'd use me for sword practice, so I put you in harm's way. Make it back alive, huh? Once without face, Apollo. I never inspire confidence in your plan like that. And play right into the prosecution's hands. Remember, the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. You're right. Even when it seems hopeless, or when there's not a shred of evidence to be found. We could never let it show on our faces, right? But will I actually be able to do that tomorrow? When push comes to shove, will I be able to force my biggest smile? Ow. Wait, that wasn't ow. Trial Day 2. May 19th, 8:50 AM, High Court of Khura'in. What a surprise! May 19th, 9:28. High Court of Khura'in. Accused lobby. Let's just say that the Flying Dragon supporters demonstrating for Dirk's freedom have taken a very special interest in the outcome of today's trial. You look about ready to string us up if we lose. Charles here, very much like the ones back home, but with one major difference. The divination seance. The victim's final memories will become a matter for deliberation. Right about that. But they haven't stopped you from winning your cases here in Khura'in. True, but it wasn't easy. Still, the memories of the dead are simply another piece of evidence. There's always a way to deal with them if your client is truly innocent. Well, I know Dirk is innocent, but... I have one more big secret. Apollo, in court tomorrow, you may find yourself faced with a truth that is difficult to accept. But I know you, and I know you can handle the truth, no matter what it turns out to be. I know that because I believe in you. You're my son after all. Dirk, what is that secret you're keeping? Hey, AJ. There you go, just like I promised. Phone is all about it to the court record. Thanks, Nuts. Wait, weren't you arrested by the police yesterday? Yep, and I spent the night in the slum. Had a fine meal, a shower, even a bed. What more could I ask for? Ha 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 ha. That actually sounds way better than what I'm saying. Just remember, AJ, Dirk's found guilty today. Well, he'll probably be found guilty under the Defense Culpability Act too. Yeah, I know you'd have said something to that effect. That witch Gavan wants to take advantage of today to crush our revolution once and for all. The fate of the revolution, and every Khura'inese person rests on this trial. We're counting on you, AJ. You'll be fine. Gonna win this one, you'll see. The trial begins shortly, Apollo. Let's make our way into the courtroom. Right. May 19th. High Court of Crime. Day 1. Court is now in session. All rise.
Let the trial of Dirk Satmadi begin.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Majesty. So it's ready to come down to this. Well, don't expect me to hold anything back, Naida.
This trial will examine both the murder of Justice Minister Inga Kalkulkarain and the assassination of the former Queen, Amara Sigatakarain. First, I believe we should address the murder of Minister Inga. Would that be acceptable, Prosecutor Satmadi? Prosecutor Satmadi?
Yes, of course. Please proceed. What's up with him?
How very unlike you, Prosecutor. Do you mind elsewhere to stay?
Not at all, Your Majesty. Are you really going to be able to go through with this, Naida?
Well, Prosecutor Satmadi, I would be remiss if I failed to voice a concern of mine. I heard mention that you are son to the accused, Dirk Satmadi.
You have heard true. Does that fact pose some sort of a problem, Your Majesty?
A father being prosecuted by his own son? We won't possibly deliberate such a case without having personal feelings intervene.
Yes, without question.
Can I really handle this? Even if it is Prosecutor Satmadi, going against his own father is just... No, Satmadi.
How can this son of a criminal...
Dirk? Fellow citizens, you would do well not to underestimate his son. No one to allow personal feelings to interfere with the execution of the accused. Isn't that right, Naida?
I will not stop until my work here is done.
Great, so all you doubters just sit back down before you triple your own stupidity. The accused will not take the stand without first being summoned. In any case, the Prosecutor Satmadi has no issue with this arrangement. Then let us commence with
What a surprise. One moment, if you would.
Your Eminence!
Your Eminence, what brings you here? Your Majesty, it would appear that Prosecutor Satmadi does indeed have some reservations.
No, that's not true!
Do you truly believe you could deceive me, Prosecutor Satmadi?
I have none, Your Eminence.
No, it is clear we cannot leave this matter to you. We shall handle the prosecution of any of these Crown Dirk Satmadi personally. Remain by our side and bear witness how a true prosecutor enforces the law.
Excuse me, but is the Queen going to prosecute the case?
That, no.
Kosher?
There is no need of concern. Before we were crowned Queen, we served as prosecutor.
Really? The foreigner, your ignorance can be excused, but know this. The prosecutor in charge of Queen Amara's assassination case 23 years ago was none other than Her Eminence, Queen Garan Sigatakarain.
First, Your Majesty, and now this. Why don't anyone ever tell me these things?
Heard she'd served as the Minister of Justice, but she was also a prosecutor.
I'm guessing she probably moved up the ladder from prosecutor to Justice Minister. We prosecuted that case from 3 years ago, but no verdict was ever rendered. We had one guilty verdict every case until then, for no lawyer could stand up to us.
Ah, you're at a loss for words. That's a first. I think I'd once more bear witness to Her Eminence at work in the Hall of Justice.
Our first trial in 23 years.
You going for the Maleficent look? Oh! What a magnificent sight! The Queen's retired from her prosecutor days. I think we would get to see her once more.
What the? That's Queen Garan?
Talk about an extreme makeover.
I don't suppose I could ask her to roll back to her polite pre-makeover set personality? Notice, lawyer. Yes? Not how I stand as prosecutor. I consider your offense as bench. Huh?
Jeez, this guy's as bad. This guy? Let's not fucking mind that. This bitch is as bad as Pain.
Meep. She's that serious.
Meep.
Now it is time for a divination seance. Raver, come forth.
Your benevolence, thank you for gracing us with your presence. Your benevolence? I understand it may be difficult for you, but may we proceed with divination seance?
Yes, let us proceed.
Forgive me for asking, but are you feeling physically unwell? If so, I'd advise you to avoid any undue exertion. Your benevolence?
What's wrong? It's like her mind is anywhere but here.
What's happened since yesterday? On top of the murder of her beloved father, she found out that he'd been planning a coup. And today she'll have to experience the death through his own eyes.
Yeah, that would be enough to shake anyone up.
Still, it seems like she's worse off today than she was yesterday.
Yeah, I don't remember her being this depressed. Wait. Garan didn't do something to her, did she?
Your Eminence, about today's divination seance, as I understand it, the prosecution has yet to review its content. Is this deviation from protocol a part of your plan?
Prosecutor, said Marty, would you care to explain your actions? Your Eminence, the accused was caught at the scene of the crime. Therefore, I deemed no seance would be necessary for such a clear-cut case. You and your bleeding heart, you seek to spare Rafer the trauma of witness. Not at all. You're concerned for me, Prosecutor Samari?
That's hardly compassion of him, all things considered.
Your Eminence, your Majesty, regardless of what is best for her benevolence, this case is blessed with a bounty of incontrovertible evidence. So I believe we could reach a swift verdict without devoting precious time to a seance.
You have a point. Personally, I would like to spare her benevolence and undue misery. Experiencing the murder of a loved one is a burden no one should have to bear.
Can't blame her for not wanting to experience her father's murder firsthand.
Your Eminence, what are your feelings on the matter? Shall we have her benevolence return home for some much-needed rest? Is she trying to fucking wear her out? Because I'd say with morale that low, she'll be able to do it.
Oh, Rafer, is this really a good idea?
Guess we'll see.
Very well, let us begin. Divination seance. Looks like Nana's still missing. Been a whole day already. Yes? What? Why me?
Don't keep her benevolence waiting now, Mr. Wright. Can't you see she's ready to begin?
Great, and reduce the royal robe remover. Like she's grooming Mr. Wright to be Nana's replacement.
Very well, Your Benevolence. Please start when you are ready.
Final memories of the deceased. This should be interesting.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our dance of devotion guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
It's not gonna go well. You can tell from how mentally drained she looked.
Your Benevolence! Did you put her up to that, Your Eminence? What's wrong?
Called mental fatigue, everyone has it. Sheesh. Like I said last time, this woman is definitely Junko Anishima's mother. Grandmother even.
Your Eminence, do you have any idea why her benevolence collapsed so suddenly?
Seems she was not ready for what sees.
Uh-huh.
I know someone who's not winning Mother of the Year. Ever. I mean, of course Rafe is going to be overwhelmed. She's still just a child. It seems we have no choice but to move on to witness testimony, Your Majesty.
Oh, yes, sir. Let us proceed. Bailiff, summon the first witness, if you would. Dirk himself. Is this not the accused?
It is indeed. Thought I would give him the opportunity to plead his case.
Really? Seems like that to me.
That seems uncharacteristically fair, though. What? I should have known there was a catch.
Your court, your rules. Same as always was, I see, Graham. Now then, Mr. Dirk Sadmadi, if you could enlighten us as to what happened. Well, I would, if I could. I was struck by a sudden dizziness the moment I entered the tomb. I saw a Nero standing there with a bloody knife in my hand. And lying right in front of me was Inga, dead as a doornail. No recollection of what happened in the interim. But I didn't kill him. At least I don't think I did. Go against everything I believe
in. That didn't explain squat. For the record, let it be known that the accused's fingerprints were all over the murder weapon.
Well, that certainly seems to point the finger at you, Mr. Sadmadi. Even as a lawyer, I have to agree, Your Majesty.
Seriously, Dirk? This is no laughing matter.
This is exactly what Graham wanted. To have Dirk try to plead his case, only to fail miserably.
How low can she go?
Now then, would the defense please begin their cross-examination?
Holy shit, he's actually accepted it.
Hold it!
He was struck by sudden dizziness. Was it because of his illness? Is that something that has ever happened to you before?
Can't say that out. Maybe I'm just catching up with me. No spring chicken after all.
That's not the issue here.
Oh?
A killer who does not recall his crime. How very convenient. Next time I do plead insanity. His batch.
Don't make me laugh, Your Malevolence. I'm merely stating my innocence. I've no intention of offering excuses. So your baseless speculation I would decree is foolish. You deceitful witch.
Is it your wish that I should claim your head right now in this very hall?
Well, that would certainly speed things along.
Hold it!
Dirk, why don't you let me handle it from here? If there's anything you need to say, you can say it through me, okay? Anything to stop you from needling the Queen.
The accused will continue what he does recall of the crime.
Hold it! Objection!
What a surprise.
You got your eminence? Did she go anywhere without those goons? Oh, right, he did search the place. What a waste of time!
How can it be any more obvious? Dirk must be the killer.
Thanks for nothing, gallery guy. If our graves weren't already deep enough. Accused, what do you believe about the possible presence of a third party?
Well, based on the situation presented, I'd say the chances are slim.
You didn't have to agree with that, Dirk. Meant the accused statement to be added to his testimony.
Very well, Mr. Sadmadi, if you would.
Like the more we press, the thinner our case gets. Well, let's keep pressing and maybe we'll work out the wrinkles in it too. No, there was the unidentified bloodstain.
Objection!
Your Eminence, I'm afraid this trial will not go exactly as you anticipated. Because I can... The fuck? Oh, the wind. Because I can show how there might have been a third party in that tomb. We did a luminol test at the crime scene. And we found a bloodstain that didn't match the Justice Minister's blood. I remind you that neither Dirk nor Miss Fay were injured during the incident. The thing is, this bloodstain we found had been wiped up by someone.
What's this? But who would have done such a thing?
That's a big question, isn't it? Who wiped up the blood and why? Thinking about it logically, must be someone who wanted to conceal their presence at the scene of the crime.
The real killer!
Objection!
Objection!
But the bloodstain from a third party means there must have been someone hiding there. Oh. In the by the sarcophagus. The crime scene was thoroughly searched after it was discovered. So if there was a hiding place, it would have to be somewhere no one would dare look. Somewhere no one would dare look?
Let's have your answer, defense. Now where could a third party have hidden?
Take that!
There's one place no one would search, not even the Queen's Royal Guard. And that would be... inside Queen Amara's sarcophagus. Even now it's locked up tight. No one will find you if you're hidden there. I'm told now it's temperature controlled to preserve the mummy within. But if someone dressed warmly enough, they could withstand the cold for a short time.
This is sacrilege! Surely the perpetrator of such a foul deed would be cursed.
Well, that's just it. The killer knew everyone would be too scared to open the sarcophagus. True, the guards were so scared of being cursed they wouldn't even touch it. And when the coast was clear, the killer made a quick escape from within their frigid confines.
Well now, that does sound like a plausible method of evading capture.
The defense requests a DNA test on this bloodstain, and then we'll see just who knew.
Insolence!
Huh? The trial's not even over. You know what? You want to count out of it. All I did was request a DNA test. What? Dirk wasn't injured. So where did his blood come from? Maybe he coughed up. Dirk's illness. Still, there was a lot of blood. Couldn't he really have coughed up that much? Did he wipe up to hide his failing health? Dirk, is it really that bad? Oh shoot, you got. Pay attention, Hunter. This case has been solved. About that. Yes, I did. After she steered you in that direction, that is. I fell right into a trap. Well, deception is one of her key tactics. Remember DC Act? I hate to say this, but she really goes good. Can I really discount the sarcophagus as a hiding place, though? Where's the real killer still in there? No, that's just ridiculous. No, it can't be! Dirk would never!
There must be some kind of mistake.
You're going to that length, huh? Flying dragons and then sympathizers still have doubts. So this is like going on us cross-examining Dirk. By establishing his guilt in Inga's murder, he's effectively damaged his reputation among those who support him. True, but now we have an even bigger problem.
Huh?
Holy shit. I swear this. From this woman's tactics, she might as well be Von Karma's distant cousin.
But your eminence, is that not my role?
Of course you would. The whole surrounding her argument, everything would just come to moot. That way, by declaring a quick guilty verdict, no contradictions can be found. You didn't even give me a chance to rebut. No, when you're defeated, boy. Quick, Apollo. Even if you have to bluff, you've got to keep this trial going. Show her that the crime could have been committed by a third party. How am I supposed to do that? Oh, why didn't you start with? Around the timing of Inga's murder. What? This whole case is built on a single premise. That Inga was murdered after Dirk entered the tomb. But what if that's not true? Like if our assumption's all wrong? Might just might work.
Well, don't keep us waiting, defense.
Dirk became the prime suspect because it didn't seem probable that there was a third party at the scene of the crime. There is another question we should ask ourselves at this time. Was Minister Inger really killed after Dirk entered the tomb? Setting aside the assumption that the murder occurred after Dirk arrived on the scene opens up the possibility of a third party committing the crime. The question for us is, when was Minister Inger really killed? Isn't it possible that before Dirk even set foot in the tomb, Minister Inger was already dead?
That would certainly make the possibility of a third party more probable. Why, of course. The unconscious left Diana in the tomb. Even if I hadn't, I wouldn't have had a clear line of sight to his body from the entrance. Which means...
You wouldn't have noticed his body either way. This scenario is entirely possible, so we can't rule out the possibility of a third person committing the crime.
I see. Well, that certainly does make sense.
So far so good, this might actually work. Yes.
But what about me? Don't I serve a purpose anymore?
Don't worry, Judge in the States knows exactly how you feel.
Hope you're feeling better, Your Benevolence. What? Oh, no. Hope we merely require your testimony this time. Your Benevolence?
Princess Faith. Princess Faith seems awfully depressed. Though what she's been through, summoning her again is like rubbing salt in the wound. Being unable to perform the seance is probably the last straw. Hope she doesn't pass out again. Where did you hear such a thing? I see. Be left as me, Your Benevolence. If there's any bearing upon a trial here today, there's no need to let it trouble you. Go on, told Rafer about something other than Mara's stairs. Sounds like it, but what could it be? Rafer, the defense has proposed something preposterous. They somehow think your father was only dead. Because he was.
Very well then, Your Benevolence. Your testimony, if you please.
Great, the wind's getting heavy again. I fucking clouded the connection last time. No, you're supposed to be talking about that house facing Ingrid's private residence. So that's the location from which you saw your father? Not about 2:30?
So after the minister entered Amara's tomb at around 2:30, no one went in or out of there until the murder was discovered?
That's a shocker. They didn't blame Maya for once. Not as though she'd like us to believe.
Forgive me, Your Eminence, but first let us allow the defense to question the witness.
Is it possible you were seeing someone pass through? That doesn't seem right somehow. Talk about a mother I'd never wish on my worst enemy. She needs Lena now more than ever. So no one entered the tomb after Inga went in at about 2:30. No one's seen leaving either. And if the murder occurred before 3 PM, then Mayford should have seen the killer going in or out. Well, we'll just have to try and get as much info out of her as we can.
Hold it!
You say you'd been watching the courtyard until we arrived, correct? That seems like an awfully long time. There's much that weighs my mind. I see. She really does sound troubled. Don't think she ever fully recovered from the previous one. Guess it's not easy being a princess. Your benevolence? I'd be happy to lend an ear if you'd ever like to talk. Sheesh, teenagers.
Your Benevolence, what did you witness from your veranda?
Hold it!
Did your father seem different or troubled in any way? Let me think. Oh, that was one unusual thing. It was? He screamed that he was looking pale. What do you suppose happened? Maybe it was a nightmare about being raked over the coals by the Queen? Sorry, that was rude of me.
Does the defense believe the witness's last statement to be important?
I believe it is. I would like the witness to add it to her testimony.
A dragon never yields.
Objection!
Didn't think that was the case.
Hold it!
And why do you think he screamed? Was he surprised by someone who didn't belong there? Did anyone else come out? The last statement was seriously lacking in conviction. Should I press on this?
Press harshly.
Your Benevolence, let's have some details, the more the better. The Yes, for example, are you sure you didn't see anyone in the royal residence before 2:30? Well, is that yes or no? I think you've struck a nerve, or rather, obliterated one. Your benevolence. This incident was a real shock to us all. It must have been really terrible for you, but I wanted to let you know I know how you feel. Well, that didn't go well. Apollo, you have to take a more aggressive approach with people like her. Do you want to go? Just press lightly. Hey, do you want to go on a picnic? I think you've struck a nerve, or rather, obliterated one. Maybe you pressed a little too hard. Still, that last statement seemed a little off somehow. So you didn't see anyone except your father in the courtyard after 2 PM, huh? Use that not your testimony of benevolence. I'd been gazing upon the courtyard since about 2, but father was the only one I saw.
Objection!
Your benevolence, you're covering for someone, aren't you? Sorry, Rafer, but you're not gonna like this. Well, the thing is, I have a statement here that you might find interesting. So a witness who claims that around 2 PM his dog got loose and ran into the palace courtyard. That's when the little fellow stole this hat from someone. Funny how it's still got her hat on it in the court record. Whereas here she looks like Discount Maleficent. You fool of a daughter. Seems the princess made a blunder. So let me get this straight. This is Nana's hat, which means she had to have been in the royal residence around 2. If so, then you had to have seen Nana sometime around 2 PM yesterday. Use your evidence. Tell us what you really saw. I knew it. Why didn't you say so in the first place? What? Do you care to explain, Your Eminence?
Objection!
You don't get to decide.
Insolence!
I will. Your benevolence, please tell us everything you witnessed when you saw Nana. Wait, that means that while you were coming down, you took your eyes off the courtyard. Yes, but only for a moment. This is crucial testimony. You took your eyes off the courtyard. Means somebody else could have entered the tomb without you ever knowing. Your benevolence. Are you sure no one was there? She's hiding something again. What about Nina? Are you able to help her? Gone? Yes, I never saw her again after that. Any idea what happened? I seriously doubt that. How could Nina simply disappear when Wraith wasn't looking? Nathan must know something. The only question is, what? Where Nina disappeared to. Well, at the end of the time you took your eyes off the courtyard, someone could have headed into the tomb, and it just so happens that Nina disappeared right at that moment. Wait, you think Nina had something to do with the murder? Don't think we can rule it out. Sounds like something that kept Nina occupied since the early morning. Plus, she was seen right before the murder, and then seemed to vanish in thin air. Could Wraith's attendant maybe the killer? That would mean...
Objection!
Yeah, like you want to talk. If you weren't a foul breed, why you tried to withhold information? Why you tried to get the trial called off early? How can you be so sure? Yeah? And then... How do you know? These guards are a real headache. Can these guys fanboy any harder? Is it really true? Did Nina not go into the tomb? Excuse me, but... Mr. Wright? Your benevolence. What time was it when the dog attacked Nina? I believe it was about 2:15 p.m. I see. Apollo, if Nina entered Inga's private quarters at around 2:15, and Inga came racing out at around 2:30, pale face and screaming, and then... I know what you're getting at. Yes, then why you explain the scream? Would the defense please share their theory regarding Justice Minister Inga's scream? Certainly, Your Majesty. Minister Inga screamed because he was attacked by Nina. This way the Justice Minister's private quarters and
Objection!
Because your idiocy and bounds, the Minister's body was found in the tomb. I think the Minister was removed from his private quarters. I think the possibility exists. Considering the fact that the body was found in the tomb, I'd say there is a possibility. I understand if the scream was a reaction to Nina's attack. But Inga died in the tomb. Can you explain how those two realities could coincide? How am I supposed to do that? Oh, maybe. Maybe where he was stabbed and where he died were two completely different locations. What do you mean? Just, let's look at this as simply as possible. The Minister's body wasn't moved. He might have been stabbed by Nina in his private quarters, and then died in the tomb.
I see. On the one hand, that seems plausible. On the other, it seems decidedly implausible.
Objection!
I wasn't finished yet, so hold off on the analysis, would you? The autopsy report never stated that the Minister's death was instantaneous, so he could have conceivably moved from one place to another after being stabbed.
Oh my! Are you...
Well, yes, that's the gist of it. Shocked, Minister Inga saw Nina with a knife. He let out a scream, and when he turned his back to her to flee. Right, and that's when he was stabbed from behind. Why, Your Majesty? Does my theory hold water?
Insolence!
How dare you bore me like this? Huh? I wasn't trying to be funny, Your Eminence. Your Eminence? Now hold on. Maybe that's a point. Normally most people would notice a dagger in their back. Ow! Yeah, I doubt someone could ignore pain like this. Still, in this case, it's the word normally that we should emphasize. Apollo, take another look at the court record. Right, there must be something that explains this. There's a reason Inga didn't feel any pain. And the defense will submit evidence proving just that.
Very well, please present your evidence. Why didn't Justice Minister Inga notice that? Minister Inga.
Take that!
The defense will explain the significance of this evidence.
Mr. Inga suffered from terrible back pain, so he often injected himself with knees. We're told that one shot in the back would make all his pain go away. With this, it's easy to explain what happened. Don't tell me you didn't know about these, Your Eminence. Minister Inga was stabbed in his back, close to where he usually injected the painkiller. Therefore, it's entirely possible that he hadn't noticed that he'd been stabbed.
Then... Are you suggesting Justice Minister Inga really ran off with a knife protruding from his back?
Majesty. Yes, the knife was there. It was just plunged in so deep you didn't notice it under the cape. Therefore, when you saw your father, he was already dead. Murdered by Nina in his private quarters.
Holy Mother Crime! Are we dealing with living dead here?
Well, technically, he wasn't dead yet. It was hard to believe, but this is a plausible sequence of events. Once Minister Inga arrived at the tomb, he could have removed the knife and dropped dead from blood loss. Their friends would like to call Nayland.
Objection!
Well, there's no real proof, but... Sorry, Rafer, all I've done is confuse you. But I have a sneaking suspicion Nina's involved in this case one way or another. Just when I thought we'd blown this case wide open. Well, there's no turning back now. You do? No, the simple fact is, I've always believed that Dirk is innocent. This is some sort of joke. She wasn't kidding when she said that she's law here. And to flaunt that power in our faces like that. That's just wrong. I don't think this deal would be executed along with Dirk if he's found guilty. What should I do? Nice try, Graham. Well, looks like you don't know what justice is made of. We won't kowtow to threats like that, Your Eminence. It's alright, I'm sorry, but I can't back down now. I'm gonna drag you into this, so... Don't worry, I'm with you, Apollo, to the bitter end if need be. When I can't seem used to it, this isn't exactly my first rodeo. I believe that Dirk is innocent. That's fine. Besides, shards exist to give the truth a chance to get out into the open. You can't give up just because you're afraid of some punishment. You wouldn't be scared. I mean, just thinking about it. Makes me weak in the knees, to be honest. But as a lawyer, I have a duty to protect my client. Can't just abandon that. Duty. It's a heavy burden, alright. Nathan looks like she's really struggling. But it's no surprise, considering the ton of painful truths she's had to face.
Very well then. The defense is prepared to face a death sentence under the Defense Culpability Act, and I see no reason not to continue the proceedings. But I must admit, I see no grounds for doubting the accused's guilt.
Do we have anything like that? She thinks I can't do this, she's got another thing coming. But first, I have some serious thinking to do. Is there any evidence indicating a different suspect doesn't exist? Exists? Well, she sounds at least a bit concerned. No, can't I get? Just have to keep pressing forward.
Take that!
Let him walk head first in that one then. So on alcohol. Unless we can prove that Nina killed Inga, this trial is over, and so are we. And there's still a way to get the proof we need, even without evidence. You know, key means to obtain testimony of him crying. Huh? Wait, are you actually suggesting? So it won't be easy, but it's worth a try. Your Majesty, crucial step in uncovering the truth behind this case is yet to be taken in this trial. I'm positive that I can back up our claim with this one step.
You mean you will be able to prove that Nina killed Justice Minister Inga? And just how you propose to do that? You need help?
It's Shoshi!
Take that!
But not his.
In Quran, legal proceedings include the viewing of the victim's final moments. That requires your benevolence's help. Such information is just as vital as any other piece of conclusive evidence. If you arrive on this, Mayfair's power should enable her to see the very moment Nina stabbed Inga. We have to watch your father's murder, but it's the only way to uncover the truth. Your benevolence, we need you and your power.
Objection!
Objection!
The princess said she was prepared earlier. Besides her duty as loyal priestess, I say it's all up to her now. Didn't the divination sounds require that old trials anyway? If so, I imagine there'd be a problem with handing down a verdict without one.
Indeed, would be problematic. In the Chinese law, a seance must be conducted before a verdict can be rendered.
Insolence!
Yikes!
Huh? coward. She has about to do it. She just reverted low with a flourish of her hand.
Such insolence!
So, you're damaging her morale to try and stop her from being able to do it, as well as rewriting Lori. Work of a coward. Work of someone with some kind of hide, rather. Well, how can she say that to her own daughter? So she can reduce her morale so she can't do the divination seance. Simple.
Objection!
Her benevolence says she can do it, doesn't she? So I don't see why you have to condemn her before she's even made the attempt. Come again. You know what, she's panicking. Better go home and rest. I don't think you're worthless, your benevolence. Far from, in fact. You say you can do it, and I believe in you. I know you collapsed during your previous attempt. I assume over damaging your morale. Despite that, you're willing to try again. You have faith in that conviction, in that courage. Ah, so she was doomed to fail if she didn't have the courage to perform the seance. It looks like she's got a determination to try again. Right, and that's a bet I'm willing to take. That's probably why Gohan was trying to degrade her at every opportunity then.
Objection!
I wouldn't take stock in those words, your benevolence, despite what your mother says. I don't think you made any errors at all. In the trials I've been a part of hearing crying, I never favored my client's innocence throughout your seances, because even though they didn't always reflect the absolute truth, the insight they provided served as vital leads to finding the truth. But please, your benevolence, let them perform the divination seance one more time.
Objection!
In other words, you're trying to call her off so that you can declare a guilty verdict. Oh yeah, you can choose to do the divination seance. You can't do the divination seance. I want that lawyer's head, basically. You have evidence. Yeah, why do you think she wrote the dumb DC Act? So that there be more false verdicts. Not right now, your benevolence is a product of what you've learned in your struggle so far. The truth may you realize with your own strength. Your Eminence, the Royal Priestess says she will conduct the divination seance. You see no grounds for you to forbid it? Unless, of course, you are worried that it might reveal something you find inconvenient. Nice. Rafa.
I am the Royal Priestess Rafa Padma Kurain. And I am prepared to face my father's death.
Your Eminence, seems the princess is more grown up than you thought.
Well then, let us proceed with the divination seance.
Victim's final moments. This should be interesting. Knowing his memories are going to show us.
O Holy Mother, we hold, let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Take two then. Grapes, incense, sour. Footsteps. Man's voice. Pain. Footsteps. Prosopagnosia.
A faceless being?
What in the heck? His face is just like a picture of Founder. I think that's the last thing anyone expected to see.
Are we to understand that this was the last thing the victim saw? How very strange. You don't suppose the Holy Mother possessed the accused and slew Mr. Inga for playing truth?
Did you find that, Holy Mother?
Oh, Holy Mother, we are grateful for your blessing.
Told by a sharp left turn into the twilight zone. You know, there's one thing in there that caught my attention. That laugh. It doesn't belong to them. Why are they laughing? That figure didn't even have a mouth. Also, shut the fuck up. You're hiding something. You know it. Oh. Huh. Wow, Joanna has a devil's own look, doesn't she? And the explosion? So what now, Miss Wright? It's up to us to knock holes in Mayfair's interpretation of Inga's memories. In other words, we need to prove that our understanding of them could be mistaken.
Objection!
Nope, just that fault. I had to go over the hunch anyway.
Objection! Objection!
Your Benevolence, there seems to be an inconsistency in your interpretation. Minister Ingo is far too relaxed for what is supposedly about to take place. When he heard the voice you claim is Dirk's, he didn't seem the least bit alarmed. He just kept looking at the picture of the founder. That's strange, right? He was waiting for Dirk to arrive with the founder's orb when he heard behind. But likely someone whose presence will never alarmed him. Someone like a friend?
Objection!
Apollo, don't we have something that could reveal the owner of the mystery voice? You know, I think we do. Something that Inga had while he was waiting for Dirk. With it, we just might be able to figure out whose voice it was.
Take that!
I know this must be hard for you, but could you please look at this photo? There's something here that can point us towards the identity of the voice.
Take that!
Right, I believe that the voice the minister heard was of a call on the cell phone.
I see. Well, that certainly makes sense. What is Your Eminence's view on the matter?
What did you suppose he was talking to one of them then? My father had memories of the secret police position for the palace.
Like I said, basically Gestapo.
Okay, now again somewhere.
Your Benevolence, I believe you have an insight to advise.
Insight revised. So the voice was coming from the phone. That's good to know. There might be other sounds coming from the phone. Sounds like could be clues. Let's take another look at Raver's insights. We mainly focus on the various sensations.
Objection!
Nope. I didn't think it was. Again.
What's the explosion about then? Gunfire?
Objection!
Nope.
Objection!
Mine's wrong.
Objection!
I ain't vacant here, your benevolence, but you misinterpreted something again. Excuse me, Apollo. I think you just hurt her feelings. She might put on a brave face, but she feels more than she lets on. Let me rephrase that, your benevolence. The interpretation of your father's phone call to his subordinate in the palace is inconsistent with his final memory. A lion's roar could be heard over the phone. Don't you find that strange? You claimed the call was with someone at the palace. Let me ask you, do you keep lions there? No, didn't you? Wait, that giant one in front of the minister's house is a pet? Well, I remember hearing a sound like that. Lion's roar coming from the phone is actually from something hanging out in the bazaar. Isn't that the cry of the warbard over in the bazaar? Your benevolence, do you think you can clarify the voice for me? Just as I suspected, there's a call of a warbard. That means the subordinate Minister Ingo was talking to was in the bazaar, not the palace. Right, is it important to know where the call was made from? Yeah. Go ahead, Apollo. Tell her. Tell me for the real source of that sound. Will do.
Take that!
Let's not be your guide's statement. In it, he claims that that's a rebel threw a firecracker at him while he was at the bazaar. Yes, the sound heard over the phone was a firecracker exploding.
Objection!
We don't know whether it was fired during the course of crime, right? But do you have evidence that proves when the pistol was discharged? Wait a second. Now that was bang with the firecracker. You could not laugh at the end have been... No, it can't be. I can, and this. The laugh came from another... The Joker got a kick out of startling Albie with his dragon snot snaps. Now, happy-go-lucky, that's a rebel. Someone should really put a leash on that guy.
I shudder to think how one man can be the cause of so much trouble.
Delete save. No.
Ha 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 ha. Hey there, AJ. BW, you can thank me later. No one asked for your commentary, Mr. Rebel. Your benevolence, do you need to provide your insight?
Well, this changes everything. Let's go to the details of Aether's insight again. Okay. I think I've got this down now. Time to find another inconsistency. Save. Connotation.
Objection!
Explosion.
Objection!
Nuh-uh. How have I forgotten? Oh, around 3 PM.
Objection!
Your benevolence, there's a glaring problem with this insight. You say that the murder happened at around 3 PM. It is right around the time my client arrived on the scene. However, now that we know what the source of loud bang is, your insight conflicts with a certain piece of evidence.
I suppose I would ask the obvious here. What evidence conflicts with the claim that the murder occurred at 3 p.m.? A jargon never used.
Take that!
I'll be your guide's statement again.
Yes, because to summarize what he said. At around 2 p.m., Shadow was surprised by a firecracker and ran into the palace courtyard.
Around 2 p.m.?
That's right, 2 p.m., not 3 p.m. I think you know where I'm going with this. That laugh, the cry of the warbird, and the bang of the firecracker were all heard right before Minister Inger's death. Thanks to Albie's statement, we can put a definitive timestamp on all these sounds. Therefore, what this vision shows is that it's extremely likely that the deceased's final moments were at 2 rather than 3 as we had originally thought. It means the murder took place a full hour before Dirk entered the tomb. Aw, what's wrong? Why are you not smarted? Now you see why justice will always prevail.
He's to say, now in defense. Must remind you that the figure of the accused was clearly shown in the vision. How do you explain that?
I wouldn't say it was clearly shown. After all, the figure didn't actually have a face.
Ah, you're absolutely right. Without a face, we can't be certain of who it was.
Furthermore, need I remind you that if the vision is from 2 p.m., Dirk was still with me in Mr. Wright? Which means that this faceless figure couldn't possibly be him.
So then, what are we to make of this 1 hour difference? Bingo.
And the palace guards has all been reassigned to guard the champion chamber for the ride. You mean to tell me it would have been virtually unguarded? Which means the real killer could have easily slipped unseen into our tomb.
Defense, are you saying that this is someone disguised as the accused?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I believe, Your Majesty.
Objection!
Preposterous. Disguises cannot deceive the memories of the dead. And the face does not appear this time as the mere happenstance. Had it appeared, such subterfuge would have been as clear as day. It's got a point there. Who knows about the divination seance when I'm trying to hide their face? Nevertheless, our killer openly appeared before Inga. Question is, why? Apollo, maybe the killer could afford to be so bold, because they knew their face wouldn't show up in the seance vision. What? It's possible that the killer dared to dress in Dirk's clothes and stand square in front of Inga, precisely because they knew they could get away with it. How could anyone be so sure of something like that? A long time ago, I heard of a cognitive disorder that impairs a person's ability to distinguish between different faces. What if Inga had it? Then are you saying that this is literally how Inga saw the world? Yes, we can't normally see with the eyes of others, but in this case we can. If he hadn't had the sword, I imagine this is how faces appeared to him in life. Okay, let's say that the killer knew that Inga had such a disorder. They could definitely use it to pin the common Dirk. But if you're wondering about how to prove that Inga had it, here you have what you need. Really?
Well, defense, you have anything to show to this court?
Yes, I believe so. Frankly, I have no idea what Miss White means, but look at the evidence so far.
What explains why the face of Mr. Inga's killer is absent in his seance vision?
Alexa, lamp off. Why the fuck is light all of a sudden?
Take that!
A notepad? Yes, it was found in Minister Inga's room, and it holds the answer we're looking for. As you can see, it's filled with detailed notes on various individuals. What kind of clothes they wear, hairstyles, and other discerning physical characteristics. And this is connected to the faceless nature of the killer. How? The vision we saw was exactly what Minister Inga saw with his own eyes. It is he who saw his killer as a person without a face. In fact, this is how he normally saw everyone around him. What's this? I believe Minister Inga had a disorder that prevented him from recognizing faces. It would explain the faceless being, and why he needed a notepad for people's physical characteristics. Your Eminence, you knew that your husband had such a disorder, didn't you? The silence says it all. So Mr. Nye was right. You've got to be kidding me. So the killer likely knew about the disorder and used it to their advantage. Right, so there's someone who is both knowledgeable about the divination seance and aware of Inga's affliction. Oh shit. Oh no, Your Eminence. Still, could she have done it? Goran has an alibi, remember? Oh right. He was conducting the live channeling at 2 PM. In that case, Your Eminence, doesn't anyone know about Minister Inga's disorder?
Objection!
Looks like... Yeah. We did completely forget about that. No, there must be some mistake. Why don't we ever get to make up answers like Goran makes up laws? I see, without that final puzzle piece, all of our deductions fall apart. Apollo, if Inga's sighting is the only anomaly, we'll just have to find a way to make it fit into the bigger picture. Time to think outside the box then, right? Let's see. It would be impossible to see Inga walking around after he'd been killed. What if there was a way to make people think he was alive even though he was dead? Like a way to make people witness the living dead? Sounds like some kind of TV show. Things like that don't happen in real life. Apollo, did you just... I did! Figured it out. I know how to make people witness living dead. Your Majesties, our deductions weren't wrong after all. Despite Minister Inga... I'll tell you how.
Certainly hope you will, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Administering her benevolence was, in fact, someone channeling him. He was the deceased being channeled. So anyway, a man who was already dead could have been seen by her benevolence.
Channeled, you say?
That's right, and there are only two people capable of spirit channeling here in Khura'in. Her Eminence, Queen Garan, and Maya Fey. It's possible that one of them was channeling this minister. Are you guys to keep up with her schedule too? What doesn't she make him do? But none of use. Only Maya. Yeah, it does. Maybe someone was forcing her to use her power towards the fairy sounds. The real killer could have been threatening her. So then Inga's scream, that's probably from when he woke up from being called back to this world. After all, that's when the flow of time would have picked back up for him after he died. So Mr. Inga probably left to his fate thinking he just had a nightmare. Then, realizing it was almost time for the hostage exchange, he raced off to Mara's tomb, not even realizing he was already dead.
Then, her benevolence really did see a dead man running. Using the sacred power of spirit channeling to commit a crime. How can this be?
Dunno, try asking Morgan Fey. The defense calls Miss Maya Fey to stand.
Well, Your Eminence, will you allow a new witness?
Insult me all you want, witch. What do you mean those words when I expose the truth?
Very well, let us adjourn until next witness is ready.
May 19th. I call accused lobby. Well, you can't get closer shaved than the headsman and those front blades. That's for sure.
Show's not even over yet, and I'm already exhausted.
Not even Miss Fey's help. I want them to keep on playing her game much longer. Speaking of which, guess it's a little late to be asking, but do you think she's well enough to testify, Mr. Wright? She slept all day yesterday out of exhaustion, apparently. That's all it was, so she should be okay. Oh, hello, Your Benevolence. Princess Rafa. You're really impressive with me.
I am the royal priestess Rafa Padma Khura'in. And I am prepared to face my father's death.
Despite your mother's opposition, you stood your ground. In doing so, you fulfilled your duty as a royal priestess. Oh, don't mention it. No, that's okay, Your Benevolence. Your gratitude is more than enough, thanks.
Hey, yo, lawyers! Where's the accused?
Huh? Dirk? That's a good question.
I blew it big time, AJ.
That's?
Shut up, you!
What's going on?
This scoundrel tried to escape from the accused.
What?
We're able to nab him, but the accused is nowhere to be found. Where are you hiding him, you miscreant?
I keep telling you, I got no idea where he went. I mean, yeah, we booked it together, but I lost track of him after that. So Dirk's on the lam now?
Right, but who knows? He vanished.
Vanished?
You'll know something. Before it's too late.
What? No, he's gonna rescue her.
But that's what I am telling you. That's why I helped him escape in the first place.
Do you realize what you've done? Well, what's done is done. Still, why did you choose to go rescue her now?
Maybe he didn't want to die of any regrets. You know, just in case he ended up on the job.
Why, Dirk? You believed in me.
Ah, don't be like that, AJ. We'll be back as soon as he frees them out. You'll see.
That's not the point, Dad.
Listen, lawyer, you let us know immediately if the accused contacts you. The trial will now resume. See that you are ready.
Wait, the trial's still on? Even without the defendant?
Let's go, Apollo. All we can do is see where the next testimony leads.
Alexa, lamp on.
Again.
1 minute it goes dark, next it's light, then it's dark, then it's light, then it's dark, then it's light.
Now then, let us resume the trial at hand.
Your Majesty, my client seems to have gone missing.
What do you think, Your Eminence? Should we proceed without the accused? Yes, but what about law governing court proceedings?
Rewrite the law again. Fucking coward.
Well, in that case, I guess there's no problem in proceeding. Would a witness, Miss Maya Fey, please approach the stand?
Sorry to summon you like this, Maya. Sorry, Miss Fey, it was my idea. Oh, right, I'm Apollo Justice. It's nice to finally meet you. Oh, so you're... God damn it.
They're unreliable.
Unreliable?
Well, now, what's 2 years ago? You've come a long way since. It's painful that she's got used to it.
Huh? I guess someone's further in.
Well, she has been asleep this entire time.
What the fuck? Miss Fey, this is trial for Dirk said Madding, and you here as a witch. That's not exactly the reaction I was expecting.
Miss Fey, you're suspected of playing a part in the murder of Justice Minister Inga. Someone allegedly forced you to channel the minister to obfuscate the time of his murder. At least that is what the defense claims.
Sorry, but it's the only way this whole case makes any sense.
Your understandable anger at the defense's side. Will you testify, Miss Fey?
Witness testimony.
So Seems the witness doesn't believe she's ever challenged Justice Minister Inga.
Yes, of course. Doesn't seem like Miss Faye is lying. What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
Apollo, Maya's been awfully secretive about something just now.
I guess we'll take a bit and try and get her to open up to me first.
Hold it!
You've been asleep ever since you were rescued from the tomb, correct? It must have been terrible.
Maya, Minister Inga didn't do anything to you, did he? Like what? Huh? Are you sure we're talking about the same guy here?
A wife like her, it's probably really pushing them view out of here.
Beginning to see why you wanted to stage a coup.
Hold it!
Are you sure about that? Maybe you just don't remember channeling him? Something's not right here. Miss Faye, you were confined to Amara's tomb the whole time, is that correct? Okay, then let me ask you something. Did you ever see Nana in the tomb? Dressed as Dirk?
So Daniel will carry out a crime right now in front of a potential witness.
Hey, when he's right.
Hold it!
You didn't have a chance to channel him? Does channeling someone take a long time? Right. Guess we didn't channel Inga.
Maya, when mediums are done with a session, they can send the spirit back to the other world themselves, right?
In that case, it's possible that he's made an appear on this is because she sent the spirit back. So I think you can do that too, Miss Faye?
That's changed. You seem like the same old childish Maya to me.
Yep, that power kind of makes you look childish.
Hold it!
Never clap of thunder. Does anyone channel spirits fun seeing you sis? Well, it's a finger pointing an object and looking deadly. I don't see how they can be used.
I think I'll save my many objections for after the trial.
Yes, please. Sounds to me like you're trying to hide something, Miss Faye. Sorry, I didn't realise. Wait, we're in a court of law! Then what was all that about me being rude? Just do my job. You made a promise to Dirk? I think this is about what you're gonna get out of her. Yeah. Can someone give me a shotgun so I can blast this bitch in the head? Oh. Inheritance, huh? That's true. Just like when she challenged the High Priest, all Maya needs is her own body. The defense has no evidence of her. I'll have to end this cross-examination. Oh no, even if she doesn't use any special items to do the challenge itself. You'd think there'd be something to complete the deception. Is there any proof that Justice Minister Ingo was channeled? Nope, I don't see how that could be. Excuse me? But I'm not Mr. Right. I'd like to retract my previous statement. As to whether there is any proof that Minister Ingo was channeled? You bet there is. Well, no. You're bluffing, I take it. I'll be fine. You're right, then there must be some sort of proof to back us up. I can do some serious thinking, Apollo. Okay, we know that when Rafa saw her father, he wasn't dressed like Miss Faye, right? Right, because if he was, Rafa would have immediately known he was being channeled. So that means he was dressed in his usual suit when Rafa saw him. Aha, good thinking, Apollo. This might be the perfect angle to attack from. Alright, let's have an answer from the defense. What proof do you have that Miss Maya Faye channeled Justice Minister Ingo? Thunder's back.
Take that!
It doesn't.
Take that!
There we go.
Is that a gemstone?
You found this among the ashes of one of the tomb's incense burners. Does this gemstone ring any bells, Your Eminence? Oh, so you do recognize it. But then, as his wife, how could you not recognize this gemstone button from your husband's jacket? Channeling Minister Ingo alone wouldn't be enough to fool someone like Princess Rafa, especially if he was wearing your clothes. So you would have had to change into the minister's clothes before channeling him. It's fair, you used the minister's clothes as cover while going from his own to but you burned them once you no longer needed them. Uh-oh. She seems genuinely surprised by that.
Objection!
Inga Kakul, how could this name be any longer? How could this name be any longer or more pompous than it already is? Come on, Fred. Could it be any longer? So then, Miss Faye couldn't have channeled Minister Inga? I can't believe this. Apollo, I really don't think Maya's lying. However, your line of reasoning still seems credible to me. I agree, but there's something tripping us up in the details. Are you working off of some wrong assumption again? Someone else? Who else could it have been? Don't care what Gohan says. I'm going to figure this out. It wasn't Miss Faye, and the Queen has an alibi. Apollo, forget about who's capable of channeling spirits for a second. Just consider the circumstances around the channeling, right? Right, we know Rafa saw her father coming out of his private quarters. If he was being channeled at the time, who could it have been? Had to have been someone who was in Inga's private quarters. Nana.
Take that!
You haven't said yourself. How do you know? Uh-huh. And then there's her benevolence's statement. She said that Nana disappeared right after she entered Minister Inga's private quarters. The room from which Minister Inga himself came running out of not long afterwards. So anything that makes sense? Nana channeled Minister Inga and left his private quarters thereafter. That's why no one has seen her since. Only the minister's shoe prints were found outside his residence. That's gotta be it. Nana must have somehow challenged the minister. All of the circumstantial evidence was thrown into place. You can't ignore it anymore. You can't claim Nana isn't connected to this case anymore. Like this, the defense called Nana to the stand.
Well, Your Eminence?
He took time off without Reaper's knowledge or consent? Then there's more to her disappearing act than meets the eye for her.
Miss Nana, do you understand why you've been summoned here today?
So this is Nana. That's quite a heading. Nincompoop? Isn't that Reaper's favourite insult? Guess Nana rubbed off on her with all this time they spent together. Thanks. Drifting to compliment justice.
Now then, will the witness please proceed with her testimony? This court wishes to know if you did or did not channel Minister Inga in his private quarters.
On the surface, anyway. Well, line of reasoning has led us to this end. The Nana channeled Inga's spirit.
Alright, the defense may now question the witness.
Hold it!
Alby's dog stole your hat when you were in the courtyard yesterday, doesn't it? But after that, you decided to take a nap. Well, I sympathize with you, Nana. You took the whole day off without informing Princess Rafer. She was very worried about you, you know. But she need not concern herself with the welfare of a mere servant. Except, Rafer, Nina's not just a mere servant.
Hold it!
I think you're the head servant, isn't that right? Since you're the head servant to a family of Chandlers, I'd say it's plausible. Surely, too, it's not impossible for you to learn through exposure.
Hold it!
Apollo, spirit channeling is a secret art passed down from mother to daughter. Being with a royal ancestor is impossible to learn without the right training. Things falling into place like I expected. I would ask the witness to continue her testimony.
Objection!
What you mean?
Hold it!
Queen Amara was the victim of an assassination, right? Sam, she's actually still alive. Pauline is yet another follower, unwittingly praying over an empty sarcophagus. No, the Queen who's been locked away and her existence in this world erased. Alexa? Alexa? Lamp off. God, the amount of times I've done this, it's like I'm setting off a fucking distress call on this rate. Layla, the only reason you're still standing there by that woman's side is because you're afraid of what would happen tomorrow otherwise, right? We need not recount such ancient history. Shut up. Alexa, lamp off.
Hold it!
Alexa, lamp off.
Objection!
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to be up. What a dumbass.
Objection!
Okay, so I presented what makes sense in terms of a direct contradiction, except they're not making sense in the large context of this case.
Well, is the defense going to follow up its loud objection with a sound explanation?
Oh, sorry. How do I put this? I believe there's a problem with Nana's testimony.
Go on.
She asserted that she could not possibly be a spirit medium because, in Khura'in, only members of the royal family can learn how to channel spirits.
I fail to see the problem in that statement, defense.
Hold on, get into it, Your Majesty. Nana stated an absolute falsehood. Since we know that Mara is still alive. At the same time, circumstantial evidence points to Nana channeling Inga. After all, just after she entered his private quarters, Inga came running out screaming, despite having been killed at 2 PM. That would mean that Nana channeled Inga, even though supposedly only those of the royal family are capable of doing so. Wait. Is it too late to ask for a refund of my trip down the rabbit hole? This is right. You may think I've lost my mind with this bluff, but if I can at least establish the possibility, I think it'll give us the break we need. Wait a sec. Are you going to propose what I think you are? Yes, it's a huge risk, but I think there's a chance we can prove it. Will the court please take a look at this photo? Nuts. This photo's very existence, saying nothing of the person in it, contradicts the witness's claim. And Queen Khura'in is the only remaining spirit medium in Khura'in. Oh, but I must. Under these circumstances, the outcome of this trial depends on it. I surely knew that, didn't you, Your Eminence?
Will the defense please explain who is shown in the photograph?
The person in the photo is the previous queen, Amara Sigata Khura'in. Contrary to popular belief, she was never assassinated. In fact, she's very much alive.
What? Well, that's nonsense.
Take a good look at the law book in this photo, Your Majesty. The mark of the dragon branded on it. It had only been placed there after Queen Amara's supposed assassination.
Queen Amara still alive? Has the lawyer gone mad? While I personally find it hard to believe, I'll allow the defense to continue. You may proceed, defense.
Queen Amara's death was staged to keep her safe from her would-be killer. Yeah, according to Dirk, she's actually being held captive somewhere. But the real truth is that Queen Amara is not being held in confinement. However, she walks freely among us. Here in this very courtroom today.
But how?
Satura ima o mandomo samashi de tashi no ketare gaseo sonoka!
Do not be deceived, your majesty. Red Pepper is skilled in weaving plausible lies. As the cunning Loyaliatin is bluffing. Knowing this, there is no need to fear his fault.
Objection!
That's where you're wrong, prosecutor. Could you be quaking in your boots enough? Is that so? It's my turn, Mayura, to wake you up to the truth right before your eyes. Queen Amara is still very much alive and has been disguising herself as me.
Take that!
But nuts!
Yep, you can tell you had the nail on the head looking at how panicked.
What?
Objection!
Have you finally lost your mind, Mr. Justice? What you say is beyond blasphemous, even in the depths of hell.
Indeed, and absolutely ludicrous to boot. Her Eminence Queen Amara yet lives. And is actually Miss Nana here? You have truly gone off the deep end.
You don't have to take my word for it. In fact, I'm certain someone can help me prove it. Your Eminence? Queen Amara truly is dead. You should be able to channel her spirit right here, right now. Isn't that correct? Finally. We finally got Inga's real killer on the stand. Nana? No. Amara Shigatakaran? Please stop the act and tell us what really happened. Woo! Clock hands. I am a clock.
Queen Amara?
Can have our guns make use of. What?
Come and see different profiles. Okay.
TikTok, I am a clock.
Queen Amara, what does this all mean? Were you not killed in that fire 23 years ago?
She's got that right. Even Dirk thought Amara was being held captive in some far off place. Did anyone guess she was living as a servant, right in plain sight? Nuh-uh. You should consider yourself lucky if that's all this ends with. In defense, we've sent out you as Justice Minister Inga's real killer.
What's this? You would accuse Queen Amara of homicide? The Grand Priestess of Klainism? You can't do that. She's virtually a goddess in the eyes of her people.
You commit a crime, you better be ready to do the time. Be you a priest, saint, queen, or god.
I've never met such an egalitarian person.
Queen Amara, in your years disguised as Nana, you would have learned about Minister Inga's disorder. So you knew you could dress in Dirk's clothes to forge a convincing seance vision. Isn't that right? Maybe you can't figure in Klainism. But as a foreigner, you're just another suspect.
Please, Queen Amara, forgive his impudence. The lawyer knows not what he speaks. Your compassion overfloweth, your mercifulness.
Huh? There's the floor. Yes, your mercifulness. Dirk said Marty, my affair and the victim, Minister Inga. I see. That is a fatal flaw indeed. Appears Queen Amara couldn't possibly have gone to a tomb as Minister Inga. What? Why not? Well, Nana was at MIA, so it's possible. Oh yeah. Look. No, she wasn't.
Oh, such marvelous testimony!
Are you kidding me?
Hold it! Hold it!
In other words, it's empty, but no one dared to open it because they were too scared of the curse.
Hold it!
You're just about as go home. No, it's definitely not like that, you mercifulness. First of all, you don't really believe he's trying to kill you, do you? After all, you two ran off together after he rescued you all those years ago. Sure, I guess. What do you think this time? Don't ask me. This is bad. The judge didn't let me cross-examine him much longer. Amara should have been in the tomb after the minister's murder, but she wasn't. I don't get it. How did she just vanish from the scene of the crime like that? Shouldn't be possible for normal people to. Well, normal people. Huh. Maybe. Maybe what? Your Majesty, I think I can explain why Queen Amara wasn't there in the tomb after the murder.
Very well, defense, to explain.
I believe it was accomplished through a method only she is capable of. By using this special method, it would be possible for her to literally disappear.
Well, don't keep us waiting. Let's hear it.
She channeled someone. All she had to do was channel someone. Then she could easily disappear from the scene of the crime. After all, she would literally be someone else.
Why, I believe that actually makes sense.
What do you have to say to that, Queen Amara? I'm playing past you. The fuck? I thought I just like, did that really happen? And I'm just standing there.
How dare you spew such vile blasphemy, defense? You will retract your last statement to face immediate execution.
You have something to counter with? Oh. That's true, but I'm not out yet. Because, well, what if there was another victim? Someone we haven't identified yet. If you channeled someone other than Minister Inga, you could have used their identity to disappear from the tomb. Another victim. Queen Amara, please add your last statement to your testimony. This could explain everything. When there's some sign of another victim in the tomb, and yet, why I sense I'm not going to like what I'm about to find out. The cruel truth.
Objection!
Can't believe I'm presenting this, but it proves that there was another victim. Still, the only ones now at the scene of the crime were Maya, who's alive. No, it can't be.
Would the defense care to share something with us?
Queen Amara, you knew, didn't you? If you want to tell us, court, then I will.
Well, don't keep us waiting.
This case includes a second victim. One of the two people found alive in the tomb after the minister's murder was actually already dead.
But a second victim, Apollo?
Queen Amara, after you channeled Minister Inga and moved to the tomb, you vanished from the scene of the crime by channeling the other victim. That explains why no one found you after the murder was discovered. Oh, you putrid pepper, of all the half-witted buffoonery from tumbling from your lips. I suppose I indulge you and play along with your little delusion. Tell me, Mr. Justice, who was your victim? There's no way this can be true. But no, it can't stop now. This is the truth. It's the only way forward to solve the case. The other victim who Queen Amara channeled was...
Listen, son, even if you manage to prove me innocent tomorrow, I don't have long to live. There's no escaping death now that it has its sights set on me.
Dirk knew everything, but he couldn't bring himself to tell me.
I have one more big secret. I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did.
He couldn't accuse the love of his life. The sad truth is, the other victim channeled by Amara was...
Take that!
What? You can't!
That's not possible. The defendant, Dirk Satmadi, is the one Queen Amara. He's the other victim.
This is insanity! Polkunka! Apollo, why you... Do you realize what you're proposing?
Objection!
I demand an explanation, Mr. Justice.
I don't know when or why Dirk was murdered, but the facts and evidence speak for themselves. And this is where they've led me. You see, after Inga's murder, Dirk and Maya were the only ones in the tomb. But if one of them was actually dead and was being channeled by Mara? But it can't be, can it? Dirk's blood stain at the scene of the crime was the clincher. He wasn't even injured, so how could he have possibly bled that much? The only logical explanation is Dirk had also been murdered.
Objection!
That's enough. Your explanation cannot be the truth, and you would not dare to claim to have proof to support your assertion.
Naida. I wish it weren't true. I wish with all my heart that I'm wrong. As much as I don't want to believe it, yes, I can prove it. Dirk's killer must have hidden his body. It'd have to be somewhere nobody would ever look. There's only one such place. You truly have proof? The fastest way would be to actually have someone go check the tomb.
Go check the tomb? But why?
Take that!
You would suggest? Queen Amara's sarcophagus, the only place in the tomb that no one would dare to look. Unless the killer would soon become trapped by hiding in there. But a body? Well, that's a horse of a different colour. Which means...
I believe you must search the sarcophagus at once. Your Eminence. Being that Queen Amara yet lives, I trust we may now open it.
Your Majesty, I believe Detective Sky has sought out the tomb. I should contact her at once and have her conduct a full investigation into the matter.
Now then, Detective Sky, your report, if you please.
I'll start my findings. Please let me be wrong about this. Some things be as they were. Search of the sarcophagus revealed a body that appears several days old. A body? Detective Sky, tell me it wasn't Dirk. Tell me my whole theory was completely off base.
You have got to be shitting me!
Dirk! Oh! Why? When did this have to happen?
Alexa, lamp on.
Damn it, Dirk, answer me!
How can this be?
Traitor Snake, the very head of the insurgency, murdered. I'm definitely inclined to believe this bitch is Junko Anishima's grandmother. What are they even flying for?
A poem?
What am I supposed to do now?
done. A lawyer. Should never look the way you do right now. A dragon never yields. Even when wounded, dragon bites back hard, bites down hard, and never lets go until its final breath. It glares and roars and it latches its jaws firmly onto its prey till the bitter end. That's what lawyers do to get to the truth. But, Dark, what if the truth is that you're... Apollo, in court tomorrow, you may find yourself faced with a truth that is difficult to accept. But I know you, and I know you can handle the truth no matter what it turns out to be. I know that because I believe in you. You're my son after all. You believed in me that much, Doc? I think I finally understand. Can't yield. No, never. After Dirk believed in me, despite knowing what would happen. Besides... Are you alright, Apollo? Sorry about that, Mr. Wright. But I'm fine now. Apollo... How sure are you that the body's been there for a few days? Positive. No autopsy's been performed yet, but I'd say it's been at least 3 days. Dirk's corpse photo added to the court record. At least 3 days, huh? So that's how I was right, the cruel truth. Knowing this Dirk was already dead by the time he came to visit me back in the States. And then who was channeling him? You think it would have to be someone who could get into and stay in the US without arousing suspicion. He also had a solid cover story so they wouldn't be seen as missing. I really miss is who was channeling Dirk when I saw him in the States. Maya? Oh, I see. She was being held hostage at the time, so it seemed only natural that she wasn't around. Hey, do you remember what she said earlier? Dirk didn't want his own death to be known. The other members of the Flying Dragons would lose all hope if they found out. Now it's snuff out the Flames Revolution for good. Miss Faye, Dirk told you to keep quiet about this, didn't he? That's right then. I'm listening, Miss Faye. What happened in his final moments? Hey, young lady, time to get you up and out of here. I'm here to rescue you. Figured things were a little too quiet. Stamp sites come back. So I started digging around, and that's when I found out you'd been abducted. Already is for you, pal. Long time no see, you rebel blowhard. Inga, I know you're up to something, and I'm going to find out what. That's good smart. You're becoming a real thorn in my side, see? So it's time for you to be pushing up daisies. What the? What are you, some kind of freak?